Hey, I'm Kayla.
And I'm Stephanie, and this is the Chaos Chronicles.
Life's messy, weird, and totally unpredictable.
And we are here to talk about all of it. No filters, no fake perfect lives, just pure,
Unhinged, glorious chaos. So grab a drink.
And let's dive right in.
Oh, we're recording. Oh, we're recording. All right. Sorry, guys. Welcome to our podcast today. Just today. For some sugar. We might not be able to keep the music.
I know.
Pour Some Sugar is on the background.
It's our stripping song.
It's the song.
I 100% have danced on bar counters to this song.
When I used to pole dance, this would be my pole dance song because it's just so fun. And it's easy to do. For those who don't know, pole dance for exercise, not for anything else. I feel like we should.
She went the traditional nursing route of starting as a stripper to pay for nursing school.
No, don't even ask. No, no, but it's a good exercise. It's a lot of fun.
It is actually.
And I had COVID not hit, I would have probably still be doing. Well, also my shoulder kind of.
You were going to say you were going to do it professionally, but COVID hit.
Girl, have you seen how little what is the rhythm? I can't even think of the word. How little rhythm I have.
You don't have to have any with that.
To go for, yes, you do.
Okay. No, you don't. I've seen them.
That's true. Also I'm not skinny, but
hey, there's
an body type for everybody.
Exactly.
Also, this playlist is jamming. This is not what we're talking about today. We can get back on topic.
Stephanie's playlist for today.
I'm liking it though.
Don't worry, I think the S&M song will come on here in just a minute.
Of course, because literally that song plays every time we are together.
I know. All right, today's episode.
Not about music.
It's not. Is this what? Did I go down far enough?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I like how it says more funny, but relatable.
So today, it's been a long day already.
It's been a day.
We're diving into something layered.
Cheesed it.
Ooh, no, but I'm hungry. So
you should have. Never mind.
Anyway, we're gonna be talking about like marriage. Never been married. He has. Relationships. Have been in a couple of those. And the invisible load women carry while keeping everything and everyone together.
I got shit to say on that.
I know. That's why we gave you a microphone. I don't know why you got really close.
I got shit to say.
Yes.
I'm going to rip this condom off here in just a minute.
Also, Steph's voice may go in and out.
Yes.
She's being Minnie Mouse again this week. Pretty much every week in the fall.
Yeah.
So don't mind her voice or her coughing or drinking water.
My throat is like so scratchy.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I get for having fun.
I know. How rude of you.
I know. All right. Let's
dive right in.
Let's dive right into this. All right. So apparently, once upon a time, marriage was a stable thing.
Well, yeah, if you think about it, like
used to equal stability.
Yeah, it used to equal stability. Like our grandparents, and depending how old your parents are, and even before that, females especially, would get married to have that stability life, have that financial security.
It was because women weren't allowed to have jobs or anything for themselves. They had to marry for stability and money.
Yeah. So it did used to equal stability, but I feel like as women's revolution has come around, we've kind of, I don't want to say gotten away from that, but we don't necessarily, we don't marry just for stability, just for money.
Contrary to what some men may think.
Although, you know what? I'm kind of at a point in my life where I wouldn't mind marrying for money. If you're rich and single.
What was it that I saw? They're like all women.
And single.
No, it said that all women are expensive. You just have to pick your price.
Pick your price range.
Pick your budget.
Yes.
Yeah. All women are, what was it? Let women be gold diggers. It's just the ones that you can afford. Find the one that you can afford.
Find the one you can afford.
Right?
But I think also, like, I obviously don't really just want to marry for money. I want to marry
10 out of 10 don't recommend that.
I want to marry for love, and
10 out of 10 don't recommend that one either.
You just don't recommend marriage. But I'm still idealistic and hopeful and optimistic.
I say she's the optimist. I'm the realist. As someone who's been divorced.
Yeah, but I also feel like you are still fresh out of your divorce and separation and everything, whereas my last real relationship was many, many, many years ago. So I've had time to go through my jaded spots and to the other side of it,
I think one of the more
where I do want those.
Well, I mean, that's fair.
I want somebody to love me and for me to love
just gonna
and
get
to grow a life with
at this
and
point.
to grow
If
old
I get
with.
married again, it's gonna be a contract marriage
Yes, we've discussed this.
or a lavender one, just for tax
mean-
benefits.
I wouldn't mind a lavender marriage. I got you.
Right? I got you, dude.
I got you.
Got you.
But yeah, I do feel like that
Mm.
in the old time. And so that's kind of been like a change in the women's revolution of how we look at marriage
Right?
is very, very different than,
Yeah.
I mean, even 20, 25, 30 years ago, I had to think of what year we're in and oh my gosh,
She is not
Um,
alert Nori into times 4 right now.
no. But you think 20 years ago, I think like 1980s, 1990s.
Yeah.
No,
That's true. I was like, yeah, it was 1980 something.
it's 2000.
Don't I know?
I know.
God. Every time
So-
I think of that, I think of the show.
For sure.
And I'm just like,
Also,
no.
on a side note, we did this episode where we talk about how like we don't have nicknames for each other. There's a part in one of our episodes where we
Oh,
talk about we
yeah.
don't have, but then I was thinking about it. We have lots of nicknames for other
Everybody
people,
else.
not
Yeah.
just like not for you, but for everybody
Yep.
else. We have
We
nicknames
have
for 'em.
nicknames for. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Someone asked me, they're like, so who's asshat? And I was like, which one? Which episode?
it depends on the
It
day.
depends on the day and the episode, you guys. Like, come on.
Yeah.
But Fasho is a very
For
specific
sure
one.
is a very specific person.
Anyway. I still can't. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. 20 years ago was not 2000.
No. But he was born 20 years ago.
I
He wasn't born 20 years ago. He was alive 20 years
That's
ago.
why I'm just like, that was not 1980. That was 1980. And
I
then I'm
know.
like, oh no, that was definitely.
We have to get a whole new dictionary to talk to him.
That's why I told you I can't.
Yeah.
I agreed to one date.
And it didn't happen. So,
it didn't happen.
I told you he's a liar. We move on. A whole new dictionary. If I have to have a whole new dictionary, I can't date you. I'm sorry. Back to.
Same. Now do you understand why? After
Yes,
you
I
read
told
that-
you as soon as you handed me the phone.
so she could read the
So
text.
I
She
could
goes,
read
oh
the
no.
text. I said no.
Anyway, moving on. Back to
where we were. This is not where we were.
No, we were way up here.
Why are you scrolling down too
Well,
far?
because we wanted to do this one last.
Oh yeah. But we already started talking about this.
That's fine.
I had it laid out. And then
fine.
we
We're right
changed it.
there.
Oh,
Soft commitments.
this is
What kind
good.
of softness? Nothing
What
that you're
were
committed to should be soft.
We share a home, a dog, and a joint Costco card, but no ring.
And that's fine. But can I get
Oh.
in on that Costco card thing?
I got you on Costco if you get me on Sam's Club.
I got you, boo.
All right, see,
See, we don't need a man.
we don't need a man. We got
We
we got a
each other.
soft commitment for each other.
Oh my
I'm not
gosh.
sharing my dog with you though. He's mine. He is
That's
mine
fine.
solely.
No, that's fine because the girls like him more anyway. So
Me too. He's been extra snuggly too.
Aw,
Yeah,
he's a mama's boy.
I know, but it also makes me think that maybe something's wrong.
Yeah,
'Cause he's getting old.
he just wants his mama.
Well, he just wants his mama.
He just wants his mama. We'll go
That's
with that
it.
one.
Yep.
All right, but soft commitments. So you can share all of that. Does this go back to the situationship rebranding that we talked about in the last episode, or the one before that? Remember where they were like talking about, where was it? Where you have all of that, you're like not labeled as a relationship, but you have like separate houses and everything else.
Yeah, not the situation. What was it called? I don't remember. But I think like essentially it's kind of like, why get married? Why do the marriage thing? Why do all of that if you're gonna, some people are fine not having that label on it.
Yeah.
And if that works for you,
This is just roommates.
I mean, that is basically just
It's
roommates.
roommates. It was like me and
Roommates that sleep
brother in the
together?
basement, but oh no, brother in the basement and I didn't sleep together. He was like
I was like,
legit
that's
brother in the basement.
that's creepy if you brother in the
No, I I called him brother in the basement. He was not my brother.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
But-
but they don't. So now they're like, what the fuck?
Duh.
He was not my brother. He's a
Not real
former
brother.
coworker who used to literally live in my basement. So I called him brother in the basement. But yeah, that's essentially what that is. We shared a home. We shared a dog. We weren't married.
Did you share a joint Costco card?
No, he didn't have a Costco card.
I did share Costco with my brother, but then he got his own Costco.
Why did
I
you
need
do
to
that?
I don't know.
It's because he wanted to be on his own for once, huh?
Maybe.
And he drew the line at the Costco card.
That's maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
You're like, sure, whatever.
I think he was trying to buy something and he was having difficulty doing it on my account and having it sent to him versus sent to my
Oh.
address.
Okay, that's fine.
Plus, with him and the girlfriend living together, they could be on their own Costco card now
Whatever.
together. No, that's good. That's good. We like this forward progression in their relationship because I'm going to keep her.
You're gonna keep her in the divorce.
Yes. But also, I hope they don't divorce.
That's fair. I hope not. She's really sweet.
She is.
I like
Right.
Nicole.
Me too.
She's so sweet.
She's the greatest.
Are people scared of divorce or just craving something more fluid and less traditional? I'm not afraid of divorce. Been there, done that.
I
That was the
don't-
best thing that happened.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily that people are afraid of divorce. I feel like it's a lot more of we grew up.
It's the wind.
We grew up knowing that at least 50% of relationships end in
Yeah.
divorce, and we were told this constant. At least I was from the time I was little. My mom and dad didn't get married. My mom and my brother's dad, stepfather. Yeah, it's because my dad was. Anyway, my mom and stepfather, my brother's dad, got divorced. I mean, my mom and my current stepfather been together for a bajillion years. But I mean, I grew up seeing all the divorce, seeing everybody get at least parents get one divorce. I've always been told at least 50% of relationships end in divorce. I think that number is higher now.
See, and I didn't. I wasn't around. Like my parents stayed together. Like none of my family divorced.
But I think because I've seen that all a lot more throughout my life, I was a lot more hesitant on getting married and not settling down or marrying for other things.
It's
Or
called having standards, sweetheart.
yes, that's right. I have
I know,
high
it's-
standards.
It's called having standards.
But I think it's a little bit more than that. I think I've saw how bad divorce can be when people are vindictive and not not willing to be nice to each other or like
Yeah.
talk or anything like that. That I have always been a lot more hesitant, which is probably why I'm 38 and have never been married.
See, and I was divorced by the time I was 34, which is funny
Mhm.
because for somebody who's never been around divorce, granted, my parents, I was already an adult when my parents actually got a divorce, but like I wasn't around it. So I didn't see like that vindictive side until I
Mhm.
actually went through it and saw the way that he was. And I'm like, look, we can just talk. You don't have to be a
That's a
jackass about it.
concept.
No, right? For someone who doesn't talk at all, him trying to talk. Like, But I think that was actually interesting because that was the first time I'd ever seen that where I was like, wow, people can be like legit assholes about
Mhm.
this. And I didn't no. And after that, I swore up and down. I was like, nope, never getting in a relationship again, never getting married again, never doing any of that.
How'd that work out for you?
3 years later, I ended up in a relationship that lasted 4 years and ended
Mhm.
terribly. So I still stand by my side where I'm not gonna, no more. I'm done. I broke my rules once.
I think you just needed a Kayla to help you pick out the right person or to tell you no on a person.
Is that why you signed up to be my matchmaker on that matching thingy or whatever?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
I
was a
forgot
thing.
about that.
Well, and then I turned it off.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever.
Way to go. Thanks.
You're welcome.
So apparently on Facebook dating, you can have you can like designate a friend to be a matchmaker for you.
She designated herself on my
I made
phone.
myself her matchmaker on Facebook dating, and then she turned off her Facebook dating.
Which is funny because I'm still getting notifications.
You can be my. I think you're on mine. Why get back on Facebook dating? Be my matchmaker.
We tried that. It wouldn't let you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It says I wasn't. I wasn't allowed.
She wasn't qualified for Facebook dating.
It was in like a beta testing.
So how did
Thing.
I get accepted?
You were in the beta testing group that's allowing it.
I'm going to be their guinea pig.
Yep.
And then I shut off the notifications.
And then you're like, shut off.
Nope, turn off. All right.
But I do think that there's like, I'm not necessarily say why I'm afraid of divorce, but it's something that I've seen be really bad. So I'm a lot more
conscious of it.
Conscious of who I can potentially be partners with to even do the marriage thing before I, go down that route.
That's fair. I mean, because you don't want to be freaking going through divorce at the age of
60, 50.
I was going to say 40 something. And then realize, because at that point, you're going to be like me, where I'm like, I can either just stay single for the rest of my life or find a relationship and then end up divorced again later on. Because Lord knows I'll probably fuck that up.
Or you just find somebody and then become a widow.
Oh my God.
We're going to black widow them.
So, true story. I actually dated somebody who years and years and years ago when we were together swore up and down that we would end up getting married. And he actually died. He was killed in a car accident when he was like,
I mean, my ex
35.
is dead.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm like,
if I had married him when we were supposed to get married, 6 months later, he would have died.
I mean, like, right? Okay, so then
I would have been a widower instead of just. But I wouldn't have wasted the money on a wedding. We can joke about it now. It's been it's been what year is this? 2025.
Yeah, we just had this discussion.
I know. Shh. 7 years since we split, and then 6 years since he passed away.
Gosh dang.
I know, right? It's been a while. Well, COVID hit, and then all time just seems to
right. Does
together.
it feel like it just like all kind of meshed together?
Yeah.
And like we just
several years. I don't think actually happened.
I don't think it did.
We
mentally blocked it out.
Yes,
psychological purposes.
But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. I can joke about it now because it has been a long time, and I've gone through the therapy and dealt with it. But yeah,
Can you imagine? Like,
I would if he hadn't been living a double life and hadn't married another woman 3 months after he asked me to.
This is the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
3 months after he asked me to marry him, he married someone else who he'd been having an on again, off again relationship with and had 2 secret children I didn't know about with. But
God damn.
yeah. Well, I always wanted a small wedding with him. And so we had planned like that. And then he was like, no, I want like all this big wedding. So we like compromised and everything. And then found out he's unhinged. This goes for the song. But yeah, 6 months after we were supposed to get married in December, in June, the next June, he passed away. So I could have been a widow. Widower?
Widower is
Widowed.
You're a widow.
I could have been widowed.
Yes, that one.
There we go.
But isn't that weird? Like,
yeah, because I would have been 30, young 30s.
Well, then I guess that like I would have been 35, I think, had we actually got married, like when he died. And that also makes me wonder, I'm like, because that puts you at that point where you're like right at the midlife crisis time.
I'm hitting my midlife crisis this week.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like
I put in my earrings.
Look at you go.
I'm blinging out. I'm liking the bling.
But like, it's kind of weird because you're like, okay, do I date again now? Do I wait and figure life out? Like you're at like this
weird age.
Yeah. So like, I'm also at that point where I'm like, I am completely fine being single for the rest of my life. And then there's part of me that's like, maybe I try it. And then I get on those dating apps and I'm like, nope, single it is.
Yeah, I really do feel like the dating apps are not for us. But also, that's how am I supposed to meet people? Unless I meet them at work.
Oh, 10 out of 10 don't recommend that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't date your coworkers.
Yeah, no. I
mean, did that. I learned.
And also, you've seen who I work with. I mean, between that, it's not like I have any of these crazy ridiculous hobbies where I'm like in a running group or anything. That
Ew,
sounds
don't run.
terrible.
Yeah. Maybe
No.
a hiking group.
But here's the thing with hiking. I am slow and I don't know why. I gotta stop playing with the unhinged flag. I'm slow and I like to take in the scenery, but also I have to be careful with my asthma. So hiking groups, they tend to go real fast.
Why?
I don't know, because they do.
That's dumb. You got to sit back and enjoy the scenery.
Exactly. That's the kind of hiking I enjoy. But also, when I think about it now that I'm talking about it, Laura always tells me that I'm hiking really fast. But mostly it's just solely because Brody's pulling me. And I have this massive dog that is pulling me, so I just go with the flow. But also in my brain, I'm like, all right, we're moving, especially when it gets to like the hills. I want to go faster up the hills because one, he's pulling me, so I have that energy. But
You're like,
then,
if I go up these faster,
Eh.
then I can sit longer.
well, and then it's the thing, I can stop, I can sit, I can whatever. And then I'm up the hill. I'm done. I'm at the top of the hill. That's my brain. I was like, just because I used to do the same thing with running. I just have to get to here before I can stop running. I just have to get to this point before I can slow down. I just have to get to so
That's funny.
anyway, I don't do those things. So really, how am I, if anybody knows any good single, nice, cute, bantery, single men.
Bantery.
Well, we love a good banter.
I know. And that's what gets me in trouble.
I know.
Because
Yes, because you do it wrong. But if anybody knows anybody like that who is around my age range looking for a relationship, send
No,
them
because
to me.
people think that I'm flirting with them, and I'm not. I'm just like, no, I'm just being a smartass.
Well, yes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And
It's
you
like,
just be like, so don't. Okay. I'm going to just
Okay,
move on.
let's see here.
Oh, but I do feel like people tend to do that one a lot.
That one?
Yeah.
The illusion that marriage fixes relationships instead of amplifying their cracks.
I do feel like a lot
Yes.
of people are like in that uncertainty part and they're like, do I want to be? Do I not want to be? And they're like, well, let's get married, especially
Or
younger.
let's have a baby.
Let's have a baby.
That one makes
No.
it harder.
Babies and getting married don't fix the
Mm.
problems.
If you already have
It makes them
problems,
worse.
yes, especially the baby part, because then you add
Mhm.
the sleep deprivation,
Mhm.
the crying, the screaming, the overstimulation. Yeah.
I've always said, and somebody told me this piece of advice when I was younger, and I thought when they told me, I was like 21 or 22. I thought it was the dumbest thing in the history of the world. But once I hit like 28, I was like, oh my God, they were so right. They told me that from the ages of 23 to 25, you change so much in likes and interests and personality and just
Yeah.
who you are as a person
Yep.
that you shouldn't make any major commitments or potentially life changing things between those times. Now, I always feel like it's dumb you send kids who are 17, 18 off to college and make these major life decisions that are super expensive.
Right? And then they
But
change
that's a
their mind
different
later
story.
on.
Yes. As somebody who is there,
Yeah.
who did that.
Went from business to nursing. Like that's
Yeah. Well, when I went at 17, I wanted to be a forensic photographer. I mean, I still would love to be a forensic photographer. I'm not going to lie.
I know, right?
But then I changed to education. And then I changed to nursing. I mean, I got the degree for the education first, but then later on, so who I was and who I was with when I was that age, 100% if I had married him, we would have been divorced. Probably by the time I was 27, if we had gotten married when I was 23. So that's my advice. Don't marry
Well,
that young.
Well, then here's the thing though. With that, when people you're constantly changing.
Yeah.
And then when you have kids, you're constantly changing too.
And you're constantly changing while sleep deprived.
Right.
Or so you tell me.
So
Everybody tells me.
God.
I like my
Look.
sleep.
Look.
It's going to be.
I was blessed with Mason as a child. Like when he was a baby, he would sleep 6 to 8 hours.
Nice.
He did have
Good job, Mace.
I know, right? He did have a point where he would the sleep regression kicked in. Don't get me wrong. But no, from the time that he was like, I brought him home for the hospital, he would sleep in like 4-hour chunks at a minimum.
The baby Mace.
Oh, he loved sleep. He'd
Same.
snuggle up, and I'm
Same.
like, yep. I have several pictures of us where he's like just asleep on my chest, and I'm passed out too, sitting on the couch. Yeah, but yeah, people are constantly changing. So then at the same time, like if you're constantly changing, I guess kind of to play devil's advocate, if you're
You have to
constantly
have somebody who
changing,
can change and
change.
grow with you, who doesn't
That's
hinder
fair.
your changing and growth and supports you. And I feel like that's a lot of things that we don't do or talk about or encourage
Yeah,
as in relationships in general.
yeah.
Like a person I was talking to, he's going through a divorce, doesn't want to get married ever again, blah blah blah. I'm gonna
He's so
boo
jaded.
him. He's so jaded.
He's
Like
still in like that acute phase of
yes,
the divorce
he is
process.
very, very anti everything.
Mhm.
I forgot what I was saying.
Changing and adapting.
Oh, yeah.
Being
So that's right. So he was like, well, I don't, telling me, he's like, I don't want to get married again, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's just all of, I've done these, nobody supported me. And I was like, look, but I think
That's
the
not
difference of
everybody.
what I want versus
Right.
what you had. I don't want the type of relationship you're telling me that you had with your soon to be ex-wife. I want a partner who I can help support and grow, and who can help support and grow me and
Yeah.
my dreams
Yeah.
throughout my life, who is there for me as well as me be there for them, and more of a partnership versus a one-sided type of thing, which it sounds like his was more of a one-sided taking from
Yeah.
his pot of whatever and no giving back to it, which is not what I want.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't think people actually want that, or that's actually sustainable.
I've
And I
been
was like,
told that that's real. I've never experienced that. I had, my last relationship, he was very publicly supportive,
mm-hmm.
but once those behind closed doors, it was a completely different thing. And
Yeah.
that's the other thing. Everything was like for show.
For show.
For show. Oh my God. Damn it.
For show.
I can't even
versus
say that. It was
for
for
show.
sure. I can't even freaking
For
say
show.
that. For show.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, I think that's a lot to have to do with that person's personality too. And you should have seen that as your big red flag. Where's your red flags? The red flag sign should have been your big red flag
that was like
early on. She didn't know me on this one.
That was the thing though, is it wasn't early on, because early on, like, it was me trying to get through school. It was when I tried to start my businesses that it was a
Do you feel like
problem.
that was because he felt like threatened because you were like trying to make more money and be more of the breadwinner in that type of situation?
I'm not entirely sure, because he always told me that he was supportive of it, but his actions spoke louder than his words.
I always say actions are louder than words.
Yeah. But I honestly, I'm not sure, because he always said that he was fine with it, and he was fine supporting me and, my dreams and what have you. And I didn't actually see that.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't,
Yeah.
again,
Well, red flag.
red flag. There were a lot of red flags.
Just
that I
like
ignored.
it's like me peeping, like George
Was it
George Finney peeping over the fence. Anyway,
But yes, the illusion of marriage, it doesn't fix relationships. Having a baby doesn't fix a relationship. And I think both of those will make it worse and will make it
harder.
fail.
I mean, you have to have a good solid foundation before you bring in those aspects of it, because there's so much that goes into it that you have to be solid before you can do the marriage thing, do that, because it's a big thing for divorce.
Yeah.
Especially if you bring a child into it with it.
Oh my God.
They're with you forever. Unless they die.
No comment.
Don't kill anybody.
I wasn't going to kill anybody.
She's thinking it.
No, there were many times though that, during those deployments, I was okay if the plane would not make it back.
But luckily,
But luckily
that
it
didn't
did.
happen, and we're
I still get
moving
child support.
on.
And I still get child support.
Yeah, but then you would have gotten benefits, your survivors benefits for,
For Maze.
yeah. So either way, you still would have gotten stuff. Anyway,
I made sure in the divorce paperwork that until Mason is 18, if anything happens to him, that I get his life insurance policy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good thinking.
Especially it's still in paper and still in writing now that he's in another relationship.
Yeah.
And owns a home with this individual. She's up shit creek.
I wonder if she knows that.
I don't know
Could
if
you
she
have
does.
a secondary, like if you take out 2 life support, life support? No, that's not right.
Oh, life insurance.
Life insurance?
So it applies to his life insurance and his retirement. And all of his accounts.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. If I ever get
So-
divorced, remind me to have you.
No, so and here's the thing. We went through a divorce mediator and she happened it was a husband-wife couple. He was an attorney and she happens to be a child psychologist. Yeah.
That's
so
a cool
it was
combo.
It was like the best thing because at the end of the day, she always had Mason's best interest at heart. And I was like, oh, she was pointing out things that I was like, I never would have thought of that. She goes, She goes, yeah. Yeah. Best
That's-
decision ever.
It's pretty smart combo there.
Yeah. Right? And the best part is he's a freaking shark, but he couldn't represent either one of us because he was our mediator. I was like, sucker.
I want to do that one next.
The difference between helping and sharing responsibility.
Yes. I think that's a big thing. And we don't, I hear a lot of people talk about is I'm getting a pimple. It's really bothering me. But
I'll edit it.
thank you. But no, I mean, I know I've experienced this a little bit in some of my old relationships, but like when we were living together, it was not an equal responsibility of who does which chore, who does this, who keeps the house together. And it ended up seeming to fall a lot for one of my, like, onto me of, oh, well, the house needs vacuumed. Okay, well, he'd be like, do you want me to vacuum? Well, if you see it needs to be vacuumed, I'm at work. Do it. Like, why?
Just freaking do it.
We
You
know
don't have
it
to
needs-
ask.
we-
It needs to be done.
So, but then he, it would kind of looking back on it, it was like oh, I did this great thing. I vacuumed. You live in this house too. More than likely, you made the mess that needs to be vacuumed.
Okay, so
So
more
vacuum.
yeah, more so, and I think that goes into what there was another topic and another thingy
Mm-hmm.
where they were talking about men wanting to get praise for just general things, just
Mhm.
life events that are supposed to happen regardless. And I'm not saying just men, but that's like the biggest thing is because it tends to be around household chores where
Yeah.
they do the dishes and they want a round of applause. And I'm like, you adulted. Good job.
Good job, you adulted. Like,
I-
it needs to be vacuumed.
It needs to be
Vacuum.
done. Just do it. No, don't
I
ask.
don't care.
Yeah.
So yeah, I noticed that that's kind of like a thing that we or the dishes. Load the dishwasher.
They
I don't
to be
need to
done.
praise you to load the dishwasher, or you
Right.
don't need to ask me to load the dishwasher. Like,
Just do it. Thanks. I
we
do
both
appreciate
live
it.
here.
Don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I do
Everything
appreciate
shouldn't
it, but
fall onto all the household work shouldn't fall onto me. And I feel like that is kind of a thing we've started to, or I guess maybe not progressed beyond. In
the
terms
women
of
still have
the women's job in the household. So I feel like before you get married or do anything like that should be a discussion. Like, we both live in this house.
Yeah.
We both can do chores in this house. I shouldn't have to ask you to do a chore.
Right.
We both live there.
If C needs to be done, just do it.
Just do it.
I mean, and I appreciate it because that means I would have to do it later on.
And do it right so that we don't have to overdo it again.
It's fair. Please do it right the first time.
Yes.
So,
Or if I ask you, hey, can you vacuum today? 3 days later, I still shouldn't have to ask you again. It needs to be vacuum.
what was that? You don't have to ask me every 6 months.
Every 6 months, yeah.
I said I was going to do it. You don't
It's
have
on
to
my
ask me
list.
every
I
6
said
months.
yes.
Yeah.
But like, if we both live in the same area, same household, we should be equal sharing
was it?
chores.
There was
And
another.
it should, like, those are just things that need to be done. I shouldn't have to praise you or ask you to do them.
There was another
Wednesday is
podcast.
trash day. Take out the trash.
Oh my God. I don't even remember. Thank God they come and pick up the trash on a daily basis at my place because I'd have been like, But no, there was another podcast that I saw that she was like, don't ask me to do something that you wouldn't be able or you wouldn't be willing to do yourself. She goes, because I go to work Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 also.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come home and expect me to do something that you're not willing to do.
Yeah.
I was like,
we're
"God
both
damn."
working.
Like, yeah.
We're both, I mean, unless somebody is like not working and somebody is staying at home and whatnot,
Right.
then you guys need to have a discussion of what you're the person who is working is kind of expected to do and what the person who's staying at home is expected to do. Because
Yeah.
I can guarantee you, though, the person who's staying at home, yes, they'll have stuff to do and whatnot, but also they don't want to always do everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably taking care of kids or doing all the other stuff, all these other little things like appointments and grocery shopping and school stuff and
Yeah.
keeping everything else.
Jonathan.
Like,
Just kidding.
you should still, as the person who's working, should still have some sort of something, and that should be a discussion before.
I feel
That
very
happens.
attacked. No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry?
So no. And that's not like, I promise it's not a big deal.
I mean,
But
I
that's
say
how
this as the single person who is not currently in a relationship and who has never been married. So maybe I am idealistic and am wrong. Please let us know if Kayla is crazy. I mean, Kayla is crazy, but please let me know. Be like, Kayla, you clearly have never been married.
No, well, and here's the thing. So I've been in that exact situation because Mason daycare was outrageous. It was going to cost me. I would basically be going to work just to pay for daycare. So it didn't make sense for me to work. So I stayed at home until he was almost 2.5 years old or 2 years old. And that's what it was I was at home taking care of everything from the house. But then he would also come in, not Mason, his dad would also come in and just make a bigger mess on top of it. And I'm just like, just keep your stuff clean and tidy. I can keep everything else clean. Like, don't just come home and just throw your laundry next to the freaking.
Put it in the basket.
Put it in the goddamn basket.
Don't put it next to the basket.
Oh my God. Don't put the dishes next to the sink. Put them in the fucking sink.
But then do you feel
Anyway.
like you had emotional fatigue from being the manager of everything and then on top of it having to take care of a
My God.
adult child
An adult child and a child.
and a child?
It got to the point where I knew when Mason was about 1.5 years old that marriage was not going to work. Because yes, I was doing all of that. Then you had somebody who wasn't willing to talk about the issues. Communication. Wasn't willing to communicate about it, but then also felt like they were never wrong.
I
And
can guarantee you at some point in time you're wrong.
and did
At some point in time
not
I'm wrong.
did not
Never,
want
though.
to never. You're never wrong.
Nope. I'm always right.
But he also didn't want to be involved with everything to do with Mason. There were times where I would come home from working a 12-hour shift and Mason would still be awake and hadn't been fed yet. So that means I had to cook dinner. And there were a couple times he had the audacity, not to get like going down a rabbit hole, the audacity to flat out ask, well, what's for dinner? Are you going to cook something?
Yeah. See, I think that's kind of what the difference between helping and sharing responsibility. Like, that needs to be.
Yeah.
No.
Because when
That's-
I'd get home, I'd have to make Mace dinner. I'd still have to give him a bath and then put him to bed when he's, 2 years old and he should be in bed by 8:30, by 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about the time when I got home. So then he wouldn't get home till 9. So after working a 12, 13-hour shift, I would have to come home and then do that.
And why didn't he do any of that? Like, was he home with them?
Yes.
Okay. So we are sharing responsibility.
No, that's not how it was viewed from that one.
Okay. Well,
That's why I'm saying like that. And that, that's why I'm saying from the very beginning, I knew exactly, which is why that marriage didn't last long.
yeah, I know. But I mean, I think that's a very thing that we should be talking about openly.
And be willing to talk.
Yes. Willing to talk and willing to understand each. Because I can tell you that ain't going to fly for me.
It didn't. And
So-
you know what's funny is when
Hmm.
we were going through mediation, he actually told them that he thought he could say or do anything to me and I wouldn't leave. And I looked at him and I went, how'd that work out for you? Yeah. Like it was to the point where his mom even said, just fucking leave.
Well, and you did. Good job.
And yes, and I was so much happier. It's easy.
Did you have resentment that builds and builds and builds when you're doing it all?
in that moment, yes. Yes. And it got to the point where I flat out knew that I flat out resented him. And that's when I knew for sure that it was over.
Did you tell him that you weren't the family CEO? That you were promoted without pay? I like that line. It's a hostile takeover.
I wouldn't say it was hostile. He may have felt that way because I was pointing things out and trying to communicate
And
and telling him why this isn't working right now and like saying, hey, we need
he
to.
probably didn't like that.
Oh, 100% didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
He 100% didn't like it.
Yeah.
Just like when I told him that, if he doesn't spend more time with Mace as a baby, he's not going to want to spend time with you when you're older.
How'd that
Or
work?
when he's older. Well, you know how that worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll
again,
take
he
Tiny
didn't
Human.
like that.
I'll take Tiny Human.
A Tiny Human is hilarious.
I know. That's why I'll take him.
That kid and his sass. Yesterday, he was super sassy because he had to be up really early.
Super early. And he's not a super, he's like me.
No, he likes to, unless it's for school, but no, it was for soccer game. He
Mhm.
was roasting me hard in the car. I was like, look, child, you're not wrong and you're freaking hilarious, but
I do
Turn
like
it down.
that I can still sometimes get a hug from him.
sometimes.
Sometimes. Sneak in and be like, Mace, come here, give me a hug. And he'll look at me, roll his eyes.
As he
give me
walks
a
to you.
hug. Yep.
I know. He's
He's the-
funny.
He's the greatest.
But yes, why women keep mental spreadsheets, appointments, groceries, school forms?
Because we
everything's
have
'cause it's by
to.
default. That's the part. It says
Yes.
by default because it has to be done right.
Yeah, when we have, if we don't keep all of these things, I can guarantee you how many times
Yep.
my ex was like, "Hey, what day is this appointment on that we're supposed to? Or what are we doing this day and this day?" He's like, "I remember you kind of telling me something, or did we have something planned for that?" Yes,
Yeah.
like 15 times I have told you.
It's in the schedule.
Put it in your phone.
Oh my God.
If you can't remember it, put it in your phone.
I do that.
Write it in your planner.
Right? God. But the
I
part where it
miss
says
penciling things in.
by default, I'm just like, and they're not wrong though. Like we just,
Yeah.
and I think once we get into the relationship, we just automatically assume, oh, well, this is what I'm doing. Men, how did you live before a woman came into your life?
Cautiously.
How did you
Or balls to the wall.
balls to the wall, just freaking YOLO.
YOLO like it. Like maybe
You just
they'll
raw
show up to
dogging life.
wherever. Yes. They were just raw dogging life before we came in.
That's why I was like, how do you guys like appoint everything? Everything.
Yeah.
I don't whatever. I don't get it. I'd be lost without, and that's why I have two phones.
You have 2 phones.
I have the same schedule in both phones, but then at the same time, if I lose one, I'm like, well, at least I got this one
Have to
still.
back up.
And then there's my iPad.
And I think it all backs up onto here too.
It does.
Yeah, so
as soon as
really,
I open up
You
my
have 4 places. I just have my one phone.
no, but I
I only need one phone.
I get so lost without my schedule.
I would too. Just like, I mean, oh, that November looks great because I'm gonna look
You're gonna
at
be
look at this
gone.
crazy like
What was
interview,
it?
interview. This. Oh, I can take this one off my schedule.
What was it that I saw? My calendar has it more Skittles or more colors than the Skittles,
the
and I
Skittles
still
rainbow.
forget things.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
me sometimes.
I have a lot of stuff. I'm gonna just put that down so I don't look at it.
Don't look at it right now. This is fun time.
That was a little stressful. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of stuff I have to do this week. No, we gotta go up.
Same. We gotta go up.
Yeah, because I skipped this one. I actually like it when we plan things out and
Which
ish.
how far?
No, because we just didn't do this one.
Oh, okay. Emotional labor and burnout in relationships.
I think that yeah,
I think we just did talk about that.
why we naturally slip into
Into the
fixer
fixer
mode.
Right.
Because we have to. Gotta do the things. If the things need to be done, we gotta do them. Oh my, I see my fingers.
I think if I ever get into a relationship again, I'm just going to be like,
Meh.
you got your life figured out. Hopefully.
You live in this house. I live in this house.
Yes.
That's our plan for life, though.
Yeah.
We're gonna buy. Actually, we can buy that.
That house that had the pool house.
Yes,
Yes.
and it had enough bedrooms that you can have this master. I'll have this master.
Yes.
Separate sides of the house. We can have the kitchen and living room in the middle, and then obviously we have to have a game room or / movie room / basement
Yes.
fun room, whatever
Yes.
secondary room.
Fun.
Not that type of fun room. I see your head turning. That is not at all. I mean, what you do in your half of the house can be on your
To
half of
you.
the house. You're not gonna know what's
So
going on
they
in my
have-
half of the house.
When my parents were looking at buying a house, they were talking about
Did it
doing.
have a fun room in it?
Well, listen. So
I'm listening.
where I grew up, there's a lot of like multifamily homes.
Yeah. See, that'd be great.
And it was legit set up like that, where they had 2 whole masters, one on each side, and in the middle was like the community area, where they had like the formal dining, the family room, the living room. But
Yeah.
they did. They each had their own separate
Nice.
wings.
Yes.
And I was like, dude,
I feel like if I never get married or get into, we should do this,
I agree. This
or
is
just
fun.
do it now.
I mean, I already said
Yeah.
goal was to purchase that house by the end of next year
Okay.
because I'm gonna pay cash for it.
And then have the pool, the massive pool installed in the following.
Oh,
With the blue lights. Well, if we can find one with a pool, but really, if we find one with a pool, most likely we won't find one with the type of pool design that we want. So it probably would be better to put our own pool in.
That's true.
With all this money we're just magically going to have. I'm on it. You're on it.
The lotto.
Between the two of us, we might
we
be
got
on
it.
it.
We might be able to do this.
We're going to buy a big
But I
house
want-
with
I
2
want the blue
masters.
lights in the pool.
Yes,
Blue lights.
we can get the blue lights in the pool and the infinity hot tub.
Yes, that was pretty.
Yes.
That was pretty.
And the sun deck part that you're in the water with the umbrella, so I can be in the water. And
Yeah,
dude, we could do so much like work.
I know. We get a lot of work done by
We
the
do.
pool.
Yeah.
I created a whole freaking online course in the 4 hours that we were there.
I did a lot of studying while we were there.
See,
See?
crashed your boards on the first time.
I did.
It was
I
all
don't know.
because of the pool.
It was it. Clearly, it was
the
clearly
pool.
it was the pool, not the fact that every day off I was either somewhere outside of my house studying.
What do you do with all your free time now?
I still don't have any free time. I don't know how this works. I got rid of all the studying, and yet I still. Did you not see this schedule?
Oh, you replaced it all with interviews.
Look at this schedule. Look at all this. I like this because it has the Hawaii trip on the next month.
Don't you worry. Laura will fill that up.
Oh no, it is. My downtime is going to be when she's at her conference. I get to be on the beach or the pool. That's my downtime.
Maybe I show up.
Ooh, should.
She would.
That'd be
kill
fun.
me.
I don't think she would.
She'd be like, "What the hell?"
She'd be like, "Really? Let's do this." She'd be like, "We're doing all these things. You come in with us if you want, but we're doing these things."
I'll sit by the pool.
That's fine. I'm going to hike into a volcano. I may not come back.
Why are you hiking into volcanoes?
Because I want to see lava.
You don't have to hike into the volcano. You just walk to the edge of the freaking whatchamacallit.
Well, yes. But
What island are you going to? You going to the Big Island?
That's one of the islands we're going to.
You're island hopping?
We're going to 2 different islands.
Your island? Which islands?
I don't remember. I don't know.
You're just along for the ride?
I'm just along for the ride. She's showing up. She's doing the planning. I'm showing up. Because it's her conference. And then one of the others. Her conference is on, I think, on the Big Island. And we're going to the other island. Yeah. I'm excited.
I like how you have a whole travel tab.
Yes, I do. Have to. Travel. It's got all my stuff in it.
I have one too. That's why I was laughing.
Yeah.
How men and some women expect emotional management without realizing it.
Huh.
They expect.
Oh, this is the
emotional-
therapy. This is how women are therapists. We end up being therapists for.
Oh, for men.
Yeah.
Which I'm like. Okay, let me rephrase that. I'm saying I'm not fine being the therapist. If you want to vent to me, by all means, yes.
But you got to let me know if you want fixing or venting.
Yes.
Do you want me to give you thoughts to fix it? Or do you just need to
wanna-
let it out?
Right.
Because I feel like that's a common complaint from men to women, though, all the time, is that sometimes we just need to vent it out.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need you to give suggestions to fix it.
Yeah.
And I feel like men probably do the same thing, or they don't vent as much as they probably should.
Yeah.
But then I think that when we give suggestions on how to fix things or how to do whatever, they don't listen to it.
Yeah, because that's not what they wanted. They
I know.
wanted to just vent, but they won't tell you that.
Yes. So men,
Tell us what you're looking
tell us what you want.
Do you
And then
want
if you want me
fixing
to fix you, fix it. Not fix you. That's going to be a long project. If you want me to fix it, take what I actually suggest then.
Yeah.
And then don't come to, or if you don't take it, don't come to me like it didn't work. Yeah, because you didn't do it. I'm still doing this. I still have this. Yeah, I know. I told you.
Do it all and then come talk to me.
Yeah, do what I told you. That makes me sound not caring.
Mm-mm.
I care. I do, I swear.
Me
For my
too.
future
For future significant other.
significant other.
Because she wants a marriage.
I do. I want a partnership. I want somebody who I can grow with and grow old with, who I can be old and sitting on the front porch rockers with cups of tea.
You can do that at Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, but I'm not old. I don't have a partner. I think didn't they take away a lot of the rocking chairs at Cracker Barrel?
Why?
I think so. You know where else I could do it? I'm gonna go to Nancy's. She's got rocker chairs on her front porch.
Burke, I'm buying rocker chairs.
Yeah, he's got rocker chairs.
They don't rock.
The ones out by the
Oh, by the shop?
yeah.
The ones at the shop do, but the ones at the house don't.
Burke.
I want to
We
sit
need
on the
rocker
back
chairs.
deck.
Well, yes. Burke, we're getting rocker chairs on the
We're
back
getting
deck
rocker chairs.
and
You-
mugs of tea.
You know, all I would
Very
have to
much.
do is show up with them, right?
I know, 100%. We're gonna do that.
You just
Actually,
show up and just like, B, I'm home.
B, we have things.
We have things. She wouldn't care.
So that doesn't mean we have to have 4. One for each of us.
No, because Burke never sits.
Sometimes he does.
He does. When he's eating.
I saw him sit by the shop,
What was he doing?
chatting.
Was he eating? He had
No.
a piece of pizza in his hand, didn't he?
No, he didn't.
Did he have a beer in his hand? A Jack and Coke?
He might have had a drink. It was after chickens.
Oh, yeah, that's different. We slept hard.
How's the best sleep
Right?
ever?
Process 150 chickens and you sleep for
I
freaking
was like,
hours.
man, do some farm chores.
Hell yeah.
Which also, Burke, we're gonna talk about how to spell the word chores.
I told him.
Okay.
I was like, Mark. He goes, at this point, I just do it sometimes just to annoy you.
Mm-hmm.
Jerk. Why is being someone's safe space? Why being someone's safe space shouldn't feel like unpaid therapy? I don't like that one. Because
Well, I
I
mean,
feel
I
like
do-
a relationship, you should be someone's safe space.
Yeah, but I feel like sometimes it gets taken to an extreme.
That's fair.
Because even though we weren't in a relationship, I had a friend who I was his safe place. And because of that, he felt comfortable to verbally, I don't like the word attack, but like, it's
Shots fired.
shots fired at, in the midst of his depression and everything he was going through.
Yeah.
I
okay.
was the villain in his story, even though I really was his safe person. And so, like, he would.
So he felt comfortable enough
He
to
com-
emotionally beat you up.
Yeah. And so it took a lot of realizing of that and hard talks with myself and with him and everything to have to stand back and step away from that friendship, even though we had been friends for a very long time. One of
Yeah,
my
that's
longest friendship relationships.
Yeah.
And still to this day, there'll be things I'll be like, oh, no, I can't, because I don't want to open that back up again.
Yeah. That sucks.
But I was his safe place to attack verbally, emotionally. And like he would say things all the time. When he was in the midst of all of those things, like those thoughts and depression, I was he'd be
His
fine with
punching
everybody
bag.
else. I was his punching bag on things to
That's
get it out.
fucked up.
And I tell him, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this. I was his therapist for a while. And I'm like, I'm not a therapist. I've known you for too long. I will be happy to, if you need someone to drive you to therapy, I will be happy to be that person.
Yeah.
And he would start and then he would stop everything. A couple weeks later, it's not working. Well, it's going to take more than 2 sessions.
2 visits.
It's going to take more than 2 weeks of medicine. It might not be the right medicine. We might need to switch it up, but like it's
Those
a
things
process.
take like 4 to 6 weeks sometimes
Yeah,
before you
it's
start
a
getting
process.
Yeah.
And I think when if that is the type of relationship you have and that's
Yeah.
your spouse and partner, like you shouldn't be their unpaid therapist
That's fair. I didn't really. Yeah.
to that extent.
Yeah. That's completely different. But being someone's safe space, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
I wanna
not
be
to
able
be a
to
punching bag.
Come to you if I'm having a bad day or if I'm having these thoughts or if I'm stressed about XYZ,
Yeah.
that's okay. But punching bag
Yeah.
or that type of level.
Remind me when we're done, because it's on another tab that I have saved over here. 4 questions you should ask yourself about somebody before deciding whether or not to marry them.
Ooh.
Yes. And I love
Okay.
them. I absolutely love them. So yeah, remind me before
Okay.
we finish.
You're telling the girl with diagnosed ADHD to remember
I figure between the
something
two of
that's
us,
not
one of us will remember
able to be written
something.
down right now. Okay. Good.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
Between your ADHD and my maybe not ADHD. How this emotional imbalance slowly kills attraction in partnership. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. And
Yeah.
I think that was one of the biggest issues okay, it wasn't the biggest issue. I was towards my last relationship. That wasn't the biggest issue. But
But I mean, it doesn't help.
it doesn't help. And it was driving a wedge because of the fact that I was wanting to talk and he guard up,
Mm-hmm.
which then led to other issues. But I think it does. It slowly kills it. It drives a wedge, and then eventually it pulls you guys apart, and then causes even more issues.
I mean, that's one of my current friends. That's one of my friends' biggest complaint in her relationship right now is she's not getting emotionally what she needs from the relationship, and she's tried communicating this to her partner, and we don't think he has the emotional intelligence, but he refuses to admit that he doesn't have that side of things to be able to work through, or whatever. We don't want to put a label on it, but like to understand her side of emotional aspects of things.
Yeah.
And so she's like, hey, I need this and this and this. And he's like, okay. And he doesn't say it like that.
I don't know. I kind of like that. Okay.
Okay. But then he doesn't know how to actually like take that, process it, and then
work.
actually do it.
Yeah.
And that's one of their biggest struggles right now and she's like, if he will just do this and this, or if he'll admit this, or if he'll say, hey, yes, we can work on this, she's willing to make it work, but he's not really.
Sometimes they don't want to make those changes. Sometimes they'll acknowledge what you have said. And again, this was an issue with, my last relationship. They'll acknowledge what you say, but don't want to put in the work to fix it.
Yeah.
Because
and if that's the point.
Yeah.
If they're not going to put in the work to fix the things that are bothering you, it's going to drive a wedge, and it's going to kill the attraction. It's going to kill the partnership, because it's not a partnership at that point in time.
It's not. It isn't a partnership. It's a my way and your way.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. It causes that wedge and will destroy the relationship relatively quickly. Faster if you add alcohol to the mix, but that's a different story.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is we wanted a partner, not a patient?
Yes.
We have enough patience.
We have enough patience.
I have enough patience. I don't need you to be a patient. I want you to be my partner.
Or a child. I don't need a grown-ass man-child in my life.
No. I don't need to raise you. Your mama already raised you. I don't need to raise you also. That's not what I'm looking for.
Mama didn't do a good job raising you if you have to raise him.
Valid.
I was like, they should already come raised at that.
They should come raised.
Just saying.
Dear future relationship, you should be raised.
You should be raised.
I'm not raising you. We're going to be partners together. Sure, there's things we can work on together.
Yeah,
but
always.
They should not be basics of life and raising. Faux show. And on that note, did we hit all our points that we wanted to talk about? Because I feel like that's a great ending.
All right, hold up. 4 questions.
Lost it. Oh, 4 questions.
That's 4 questions. Let me find them right
4
now.
questions
4
you
questions
should ask before you get married.
4 questions to ask yourself before marrying him. This can go for her too. Can you tell him everything in your heart?
I mean, I don't even want to know everything in my heart.
Is he kind?
He better be. I'm going to ask all these questions to futures.
Does he help you become the best version of yourself?
I do feel like that's a big one.
Yeah.
Does he help you, and do you help him? Then shouldn't only be that one-sided thing.
No. And again, these go both ways. I mean, do you feel comfortable enough from the men's perspective? Do you feel comfortable enough telling her things that you need to say? And then the last one, can you imagine him as the father of your children?
Well, and not only can you imagine him as the father, I think I would take that a step further. And can you imagine your child emulating
Their behavior.
their behavior?
Yeah.
Because sure, I can imagine lots of people as the father of my child.
Bradley Cooper. I'm kidding.
I was like, Bradley Cooper.
I like how you hold up the Duluth.
I didn't even look. I didn't even look. So that's perfect. But would I want my child
Behaving
to
that way.
behave like that,
Yeah.
like them?
Yep.
And if that's what they're around and what they see, that's going to be how they act.
Yeah.
Because they won't know anything different. They won't know how to act any different. So I feel like I would take that question a step further.
I don't know. Mason acts nothing like his father.
That's because he has you, too.
He acts everything like me.
He does.
Child.
Poor child.
Poor kid. But you know what? I was gonna say everybody loves that kid and his
He's great.
sense of humor. But yeah, he acts nothing like his father
Thank God.
because he actually communicates.
I know. He does. He's the greatest.
Well, because okay, so here's the thing. I've
Uh-oh.
actually had I've had
Okay.
him in therapy since he was little so that he could do that. I
Well,
wanted him to be able to communicate in all aspects and all relationships throughout life, not just, his intimate relationships, but all relationships in
Mhm.
life. So yeah, I've taken him to therapy since he was little so that he can do that.
we did a little baby mace in therapy. I would have loved to be a baby mace therapist.
Maybe. But yeah, I mean, that's
God, does he roast his therapist the way he roasts you?
no. You know
For
what's
me.
funny?
That's
It's
great.
It's me, my mom, Burke. He won't do it to Bridget.
Good job, babe.
No, hey, he won't do it to her, but he feels very comfortable with certain people and he doesn't do it to his dad. He doesn't yeah. It's just
I
us.
feel honored that he roasts me.
He does.
It's great.
No, I think and then with B, he's just like, it's Aunt B.
That's Aunt B.
It's Aunt B. You can't be
Mean to Aunt B.
can't be mean to Aunt B.
That's his little safe space. His little heart bubble.
Pretty much. Those girls.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. On that note,
And on that note, those are your 4 questions. We remembered.
we remember the
Follow
questions.
us, like us,
Do all the things.
do the things, watch us. Let us know what you think and let us know what you want us to talk about next.
Yeah. By all means, leave comments.
Please
I
do.
promise we watch or we read them.
We do read the comments.
Some
We-
of them are hilarious.
Sometimes I always say sometimes we respond. We respond to comments too.
we do.
We
It
always
might
respond
take
to
a little
comments.
bit. I'm so sorry.
Between the two of us,
One of us will respond.
one of us will respond. And depending on what level of quality of comments is a different story. Whether you get roasted or a legit comment. Anyway, do the things, follow us, let us know what you want us to talk about. Because we crazy. We'll talk about whatever you want,
Facts. Facts.
which may or may not be a good thing. All right, bye.